My name is Emma Godney, and I'm here on behalf of Ottawa Tonight at the beautiful Ottawa Little Theatre in downtown Ottawa. And with me right now is Chantal Plante, director of Crossing Delancey, which is the opening show for this season at Ottawa Little Theatre. How are you, Chantal?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm good, thanks.
Good.
So maybe you can tell us a little bit about the play that you have directed for the season.
Oh, I will do that. It is basically about a modern Jewish woman in New York, in our case it's 1985, and her bubby, who's the grandmother, have very different ideas of who Mr. Right should be. The grandmother feels that she should get married and settle down with a nice boy, and Izzy is not prepared to do that yet, and she has her eye on another man who is a writer that comes into the store all the time in the Uptown, Tyler Moss. And she just has a crush or an infatuation on him. And her grandmother decides to hire a shotgun, which is a marriage broker, to find the perfect match in the Lower East Side, and that happens to be the pickle man, Sam, who is kind of a poet, in a sense.
That's really sweet.
Yeah.
What drew you to this play, to be involved in this project?
Well, at the time they didn't have a director for it, so they had sent out a message saying if somebody's interested in reading it, and I hadn't read it. I actually had submitted for another show, and I said, oh, okay, well, I'll give it a read. And I read it, and I said, I think I could do this. It's a really lovely play. It's sweet. It's got substance to it, and it has the challenge that I was looking for in terms of technical changes, lighting and sound, and kind of a filmscape. So it really had a nice another level that I wanted to explore. So
well, we were looking at the set earlier, and it's a really it's a gorgeous way that it's all set up, and I can't wait to see the play itself.
Oh, great.
But as far as the themes go, do you think, even though it is set in 1985, do you think some of it will still ring a bell with modern audiences?
Absolutely, because it's not a dated play like some of the plays written in the past sometimes appear dated, but it has a universal theme of not knowing who you are or not accepting who you are and pushing that away and changing your perspective and just discovering what that perspective is and the idea of home and where home the heart is. So I think it will resonate with people who's had family members try to set them up or friends trying to set them up and intrusive family members and
everyone's had that before.
Oh, absolutely.
Listen, my girl, friends is friends. And you can do this with them, but a husband is a husband for life.
Maybe I don't want a husband.
Don't talk crazy.
And if I did, he wouldn't be a pickle man.
Better get off your high horse, Miss Universe. This man is just looking. He ain't asking to buy.
How has it been working with such a diverse cast of actors this time around as well? I mean, obviously it was a smaller cast, I believe, around 5 or 6 people?
Yes, there's 5 characters. I had worked last year with 5 characters as well, so I was familiar with, it's a pretty small cast, easy to work with and research and stuff. It was great. I mean, the chemistry between them is amazing. They're amazing people off stage and on stage, and they're so willing to learn and try things. And most of them understood the play. Danielle, who plays Bubby, comes from a Sephardic Jewish and Ashkenazi Jewish background, and Kathy grew up in Forest Hills, so she's familiar. They're both familiar with the Jewish culture. Dee Dee not as much, but I mean, it's not about that. It's about the relationship between a grandmother and a daughter. So it's pretty easy to get into that. And the other characters just could easily, Sam is such a grounded intellectual person, and JC, who plays Sam, he's just a really grounded person as well. So just bring their personalities to it, really, and they just get along so well off stage that it just translates on stage, their connection. So.